if you've made it this far into the video, I'm going to reveal the secret. This engine, speaking of the camshaft and power and all that, this engine is supposedly... Okay, welcome back everybody. We have a new project. And if it plays out the way that I think it's going to play out, the way the owner thinks it's going to play out, it's going to be a very, very interesting build, and you want to stick around for it. First thing I need to do is I need to get it up on the stand. So it is May 21st, I think. And it is currently cold. 55 degrees. All that for plate. There's the fire truck. It's the third time in 2 days it's gone by. Somebody must be having a bad day. Not me. I'm having a pretty good day. Oh, they put studs on the bottom too. Oh, you leaving me? Come on! Come on! Now it can't fall. Somehow managed to be on that thing. Alright. Cue off! Cue off! Put this away so I can get my car back in. I might need to get a box for the big stuff. Oh, these are just sitting there. This is going to be full of water. Yep, it's full of water. Can't imagine he's going to want to reuse those. Keep them anyway. It's I did not know it was going to do that. Mine don't unscrew. Mine are welded. My grandfather welded mine. I got his leftovers. If I had known this was in here that loose, I would have tightened it before I picked the engine up. For those counting, there's 15 of these. I'll save you the trouble, but not yet. Oh, okay. Not too terrible. Decent head. What do we got? He said the engine's locked up, so I'm not going to try and turn it. We're not going to reuse that. For sure. I keep parts until I'm told I can get rid of them, so probably keep that one around. I do not see any markings on this at all. no markings. Looks like they were made in the lathe. Oh, there's something right there. Guess what I think I see? Oh, I see numbers. I see Billy and Bobby and Timmy and John.
Magic mirror, tell me today, did all my friends have fun at play?
0, 0. 2.5 thousandths over. Would you look at that? 2.5 thousandths oversized. And they're cast iron, but you can't probably tell that on the video, so. Let's take a look in the hogshead. One of this gentleman's requests is the proper screws for this. This doesn't look bad. This doesn't look bad at all. I mean, the bands are worn, but they feel like cotton. If I had to guess. This is interesting. I don't know what this is. A shim, maybe? Must be. This little strip right here. I don't know. Alright, somebody's been in this and they don't know what they're doing. And the reason I can confidently say that is there's no safety wire on these bolts. And it looks like somebody has made a pin for that clutch. And for that one too. I don't know. It doesn't look stock to me at first glance. But this is interesting though. They put a shim in there to tighten that pedal up. I'm very surprised. Maybe this will come apart easy for me. That would be nice. Come on. Seriously? I wonder why. Got a little U here. Not to be confused with ew. Now, back to all my haters. You don't take a box head off like that. You're gonna ruin it. You do it your way, I do it mine. Alright, I think we got it. Some of them are stuck on there so bad you gotta basically use the engine hoist and hang it from it to get them off. It seems like it's gonna come off. This one came off alright. Oh, good grief. What do we got? What do we have? We have cotton bands. We have safety wire here, safety wire there, invisible safety wire up here. And we have non-demountable ear band. Non-demountable ear. I should probably look this up and see the engine. Here it is. Alright, these are non-demountable ears, which means you cannot change these without the noise. It means that you cannot change these in the car. You have to take that off to change these and try and work them out, and it's just miserable. Now, I'm assuming that he's going to want Kevlar. I have other bands with the demountable ears, but if I put Kevlar in this, it's probably going to outlast him anyway. Because I put Kevlar in my car, which is for sale, by the way, 20 years ago, and I haven't had to adjust him. I adjusted him once, I think, since then. Oh, we're missing a plate. We're missing a, this piece is missing right here. That little plate there. You can see it better here. So that is going to be in the bottom of the pan somewhere. I think what I want to do at this point in time is I want to put a bucket under this, and I want to tip it so it drains overnight, and then we'll get back to tearing it apart, because it's just going to make a mess. That would be water and oil. Yeah, we're going to let that drain for a while. For you, it'll be instant, but for me, it's going to be hours. That is interesting, though. 2,500. Those, for those that don't know, these 2,500 oversized pistons were made so that anybody in their little garage, no Ford dealership needed, can take out the worn pistons and rings and reinstall them in the block in the car without having to do any machine work. So those are probably from the 30s or 40s, if I had to guess. And they're pretty cool. Pretty cool little upgrade. Get you back on the road, and no muss, no fuss. So, all right. Give me a split second here. Probably going to get a commercial. And we'll come back and keep tearing into it. Okay. It's the day after the next day. I let this drain. It was 40 degrees in here yesterday. And it is about 40 degrees and raining outside. So I had to turn the heat on. Just had to do it. I think the next thing we need to do here is to take this crank out. That is interesting. That's a first for me. That is a first. Anyway, take this off. I think I am going to clear this off. I'm going to lay these parts out on that when I get done taking them apart. Just set this aside for now. This is still, oh, that's also rare. Usually they're frozen solid. Let's take this fan off so we can flip it, because I want to put the pan upside down now that it's empty. I think we're up in the 3/4 range on this bolt. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You're gonna fight me, huh? Everything's a fight. You know what I can do? Make this a little easier. Let's see if that helps. Okay, I'm going to wrestle with this for a couple of minutes. Well, I think I have a ratchet in one of these. This works smart, not hard. I think it's amazing that this engine has never been bored. It's a little bit rare. The fan is worn out. The bolt is bent. Jeez. And you can see it right there. Alright. We got most of a timer. That'd be fine. Oh my god. These are getting heavier every year. Almost. I really think I'm going to need a cranky thing for these. They make one, but it's $400, and I didn't want to spend the money, but I don't know. I'm getting older. Every engine that comes in here seems to be a little heavier than the last. Let's see what we got on the bottom end. This is disgusting. See if my battery stayed up. We got half a band lining on the floor here, and we got a square nut. It's different. Oh, it's square on both sides. Do you know why that bolt is in upside down? This one right here. Man, it is pouring out. Yes, this car is for sale. If you were to try to recreate this, it would cost you between $40,000 and $50,000 if you can find the parts, and you can't. So if anybody's interested, let me know. Man, it is pouring out. Alright, back to work. So, I'm asking $30 for it. If you want it, talk to me. $5/8 maybe? What about this one? I have no idea. Oh my god, what a pain. Square bolts. What a weird thing to find. There's a reason we don't use square bolts anymore. I think you're looking at it. Nope. Maybe. Maybe I can stop it enough to get it out. Okay. Can you imagine doing the whole engine with these bolts? Oh my god. Imagine what a pain. You'd almost be better to put a bar in here, drill it, and tap it instead of using that. Man, that's just weird. Okay, all this put away. I don't know if he wants to save this pan or throw it away, but I will set it aside for him. Oh, there goes this grease into the clothes. Look at the crap in the bottom of this. Holy moly. Look at it. That's deep. Oh, and it keeps coming. The surprises just keep coming. I gotta clean clean this thing. Okay. I need to blow my nose. There it is. I need clean hands to blow my nose. So, future Tim can cut this all out in editing. Okay. Found the missing plate. That's why they parked it. Look at the curve in that. Ain't gonna reuse it, but I am gonna wash it. Speaking of washing, let's get this mess cleared back up so I can turn this on. This parts cleaner takes hours to warm up. We need new shelves. Time for remodel. Okay, how are we doing? Well, it's still going to clean, but it's going to be 2 rounds. It's like I got to go to Harbor Freight and get more of this too. Jesus, I swear. Let's let that warm up while we're while we're exploring here. That band's not bad. It's filthy, but the lining's still there. This one is coming off on the ends. This is not an item I reuse anyway, so the only difference is, okay, now I have questions. This must have been, okay, I thought this was band lining. It must be this. Must be that gasket right there. Alright. Look at the, oh, it's just everywhere. Safety wire. Safety wire. No safety wire. And I didn't see it in the sludge. So somebody forgot to put one on. And if it turns out that I'm wrong, I will correct myself. But I don't think I am. This is, this appears to be copper wire. Yep. That's, not ideal. Very brittle. Maybe this one is what took out that magnet. Could be. Something surely hit it.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Don't call me Shirley. Yeah, copper wire. Interesting. All right. That one was loose. So the two that weren't safety wired were loose. Gotta love that. I'll probably put them on that cart after I wash them. Seems like a smart thing to do. Well, that is on the cotter pin. Christ, this thing is filthy. This thing is crazy goo. There we go. I got most of it. That was tight. Come on. Really do need to clean that card off. I'm not going to do it on his time though. That's a me problem. I might have to make a new puller for this. My old one's getting tired. Stock T clutch. No upgrades were made here. There will be though. Oh, come on. Got to go shopping. Come on, let go. Oh, you're making me work for it. Come on. Jesus. Oh, grief. Uh-oh. That one went under. That's not right. That is definitely not right. I'm sorry, Grandfather, but I think I'm going to have to retire your tool. 100 years is probably enough for this thing. See? Yeah, I think I'm going to make a new one. If you want to see that video, put in the comments, make a new one. The more views I get, the faster it'll get done. Put these welders and plasma cutters to test. I'm thinking a bar across the top, 2 arms with hooks, and then the push in the middle. If you get a better idea, let me know. I can't get that to go in. Oh, this is not looking good. Oh, we freed up. Well, crap. Good grief. Whoop. There we go. This is probably the dirtiest engine I've had in here in the last 4 or 5 years. Absolutely. No doubt. Okay. that in the wash bucket. We got, what do we got here? We got one. What? One. Are they stuck together? Oh, it's just one. Well, that's terrible. How's this going to come off? Okay. Try taking that apart the rest of the way later. What do we got for gears? Worn out. Still in the bushings are still in. Worn out. Worn out. They're not digging into the flywheel yet. This one is a little bit. How about this one? Nope. These two are okay for depth. That one's contacting the flywheel a little bit. I do see safety wire. Fortunately, it's the copper again. Fortunately or unfortunately, that's a subjective term because it's coming off. Oh, it's torn up there. It's torn and damaged here. That might have been me. But yeah, it's I wouldn't put this back in a car. All of the windings are exposed. Look at the itty bitty funnel. Yeah, it's torn there, it's torn there. That just broke while I was trying to pull on it. I think I have a piece of metal stuck in my thumb. Oh, the smell. Oh, if you could only smell this. There's gas in this. 100-year-old oil. It's terrible. You got more crazy shims. 3 shims. Homemade, maybe. In 2 different shapes. Okay, I don't see any really strange surprises here. What I need to do is I need to get this pin out and this is not cooperating. You are not cooperating with me. There we go. This looks new. This is new. There's no oil in it. If this was way back, somebody's changed this. I don't know if that's going to be new. No, that's got oil in it. It's going to take me a new gasket, newish, newer than the rest of them for sure. 'Cause, 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 On these, there's a little hole and a big hole. Okay, we got some cotter pins here. They won't be going back in. I have a better way. That isn't a pain in the ass to take apart. We didn't even look this engine up to see what year it is. I'm guessing 23, 24 maybe. We'll find out. If you're still here, put that guess in the comment. What year do you think this engine is? Haven't even looked at the VIN. Let's take a look at these rods. They're all tight, of course. It would make absolutely no sense at all to reuse these rods, so they're coming out. I'll wash them, put them together for cores. No shims left. These are worn out. These are worn out. When there's no shims left, you're done. Where'd my hammer go? I ain't fighting these no more. Done fighting. Okay. Whoa! Look at that. Let me do the other one. That's chewed. And number 2 is toast. No shims. There ain't no shims left. Okay, time for the piston. Interesting. It's kind of cool. The rings overlap. Almost no gap that way. Nowadays they have a bevel on the edge to do that. This one's trash too. Look at that gouge. Garbage. Okay. Listen to that. Wow, would you look at that? That's half your horsepower right there. Gone. No cotter pin. No cotter pins. Safety wire. Not so heavy.
Two hours later.
struggle is real, folks. Good grief. Now that that is too hot to touch, it's a good time for me to take a break. You can see where the debris got in the bearings there. You can see the line. Just smoke those. Hopefully the crankshaft's alright. I custom fit all the Babbitt anyway, so as long as they're round. Put some mics on here, and we'll put this up in the lathe and we'll test it and make sure it's okay after we get it out. Yep, you know what? I'm going to take a little break. Let that cool down. Let this cool down. Time for some breakfast or lunch or mid-afternoon snack or whatever the hell time it is. We'll be back in 2 and 2. Okay, let's get back to it. Appears to be something. Okay. We got dental floss holding these from turning. I can't even get that one. Look how small that is. Oh my gosh. Okay. There's one. Not so bad when you put some leverage on it. There's two. Get these off and get all these nuts and bolts into the parts cleaner. That parts cleaner is like my favorite new toy. It is awesome. I gotta go get some more sauce for it, but I could fix that. Oh my god, if you guys could smell this. Why are you stuck? This is beyond gear lube stink. Any shims? No shims. Throw the whole damn thing in there. Any shims? Oh. Wow. No shims. Zero shims in this entire engine. Well, that's not good. Alright, let's check out the mains. You can come out. Alright. That one looks pretty good. This one looks pretty good. This one looks fantastic. Good news. That's good news. We don't have to re-pour this. We do need to re-pour the caps. And with the slop here, plastic gear, I think we're going to be okay. Alright, let's see about putting some stuff in the soup. Yeah, I thought it was pouring this morning. was nothing compared to what's going on out there right now. Do this stuff first. These are going to end up going back as cores. So let's clean those. Unless we got anything else. Those 2 bolts, we'll throw them in too. This is going to be round 1 of the parts cleaning. Probably going to have to run it twice. The heat is key. And then when I'm done filming, I just don't want to listen to that while I'm filming. You don't want to listen to it. So we'll finish tearing this down, and then I'll turn that on before I go back inside. I don't think I've tried this upside down yet. I wonder if it'll work easier. Oh, I think it is easier. Except my fat fingers won't go in there. I'm going to save them, but I have no plans on reusing them. They're 100 years old. So much for being easier. Yeah, I think it is easier this way. Getting it out again is an issue. It seems to work better. I was struggling to hold this up the other way. When these are right side up, this is hard to hold up. It's actually considering tying a rope to the ceiling to take the weight. But upside down seems to be going very well. The valves aren't, these aren't original valves. These are newer valves. Probably, no, they're not Chevy because they still got the Model T pin in, but somebody made new valves out of them. These are one piece. The original ones would have 2 dots for the tool to turn it. Yep. Oh. Where did that go? Did you guys see that? That just went flying. I don't reuse the springs either because obviously they're 100 years old. If you take a look at the valves, those are pretty close, but some of them, you can see a difference in height. So these springs are worn out. And it makes no sense to reuse them, especially when I have a drawer full of them over there. Or we can order them. Now we can put the tappets down. And maybe, why I put that away, I'm still using it. Oh, good grief. That did not want to come out. All of this right in the garbage. New camshaft. You don't reuse a 100-year-old cam from a worn-out engine. No, we're gonna have to go to the next size. I'm getting a good suction though. It must be the grease. What I was saying is you don't reuse a 100-year-old camshaft that's worn out on an engine you're rebuilding to put in a car that you want to enjoy, because you're going to have no power. And if you've made it this far into the video, I'm going to reveal the secret. This engine, speaking of the camshaft and power and all that, this engine is supposedly going to get a Rajo overhead valve set up. And if you want to stick around for that, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment so that you get notifications. Because once I get the head and get all this straightened out and clean and bored and decked and all that good stuff, we're going to be able to play with that. And if you've never seen a Rajo head before, you're in for a treat. And I think, geez, these are, nothing's tight. That one's tight. I think it might involve making custom manifolds. It depends on whether or not the owner can find some. If he can't find them, oh jeez. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. If he can't find them, we're gonna have to make them. I'll deal with that later. I think I've had enough for one day. I got grease everywhere. I smell the high heaven. Not bad. Alright, so let's turn this on. We'll go check the rain. Let's check out this rain. It is coming down. Alright everybody, thanks for watching. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one.